Hey, welcome back to the show. And today I heard the people said pizza, so we're doing pizza. And we got everything we need for pizza. Let me show you the rundown real quick. We have the cheese, we have mozzarella, shredded, Romano. We got some pepperoni, a little bit of garlic. We're gonna be making our own sauce, so that's why I have tomato paste here. And here's like the little base of what the sauce is gonna consist of. We have red pepper, we have tomatoes, we have red onions. Kick it up with a little spice with some jalapeno. And of course we're gonna need oregano, and we're gonna need some basil. So here I got store-bought dough. I was gonna make real dough, but I couldn't find yeast. It's like nowhere. Yeast. Anyway, store-bought dough. You can use the store-bought dough, it's quicker. I'll make it easier for you guys. And let's just start it off. Let's get into it. But first thing we want to do, if you have it, this is a pizza stove. It looks dirty as hell, but it's not. It's called seasoned. It's a seasoned pizza stove. You're gonna want to put this in the oven at 500 degrees. First thing you want to do. So let's do that right now. Reason is we're trying to duplicate a fire pit that they would have, or a stone fire pit that they would have in a pizzeria. So if you have something already heated inside, as soon as you put the dough on, it's gonna start cooking immediately. Cuts the cooking time in half. If you don't have that, you can use a regular pan, or you can use like a non-stick pan. It'll work just as fine. Just preheat it before you put the pizza on it. Next step. So right here, base of our sauce, you're gonna want a blender. So let's dice up everything so easier for the blender to work. Get your red pepper, slice it in little dices. Same thing with your tomatoes. And same thing with your onion. Now your jalapeno. This is too much for the sauce. You want to go a little less than half. Say this much, and you could adjust if you like it's more spicy, if you don't, but this will give a nice kick to it. It's not traditional for Italian pizza, but I like a little spice. Just add a little water to get it going and blend away. At this point, you take your pot, and you're going to want to cook this down to a nice boil. So let's do that. So like I said, we're going to cook this down to a nice boil. Once it's at a boil, that's when we add our tomato paste. While you're waiting for it to boil, hit it with some salt and pepper, of course. And mix that in there. So, still waiting for it to boil all the way. We're going to drop in some basil and some oregano. Want that to infuse with the tomato sauce that we're making. Just like this. Get it under the surface so it could release its oils and really infuse with the sauce that we're making. And also taste. If it tastes like it needs salt, if it needs pepper, it's perfect. And just allow it to cook out. At this point, you see it's boiling. This is the exact time we add our tomato paste. And this tomato paste is going to change the consistency from a liquid to a nice thick sauce. And you'll see it right before your eyes. And you like this cool little spatula? It's funny looking. With a whisk. You whisk that inside the sauce. And you see it's a little liquidy. But slowly it will turn into a nice thick sauce. It's a beautiful marinara sauce right there for you. Pizza, right? Our store-bought dough. Not homemade. Holy shit! Alright. So, let's get our dough on our board. Before we put our dough on our board, if you have cornmeal, flour would do. Cornmeal is actually better, but you do with what you have. Put that on your board so it doesn't stick. You don't want it to stick. Cornmeal on the board. And then take this guy and roll him out. Right? Roll that sucker out. Do a little stretch. Because I'm looking for 2 pizzas out of this dough here. 2 personal pizzas. Now this is like a little 8-inch pan. I'm going to use this as a guide to the size of pizza that I want. I have this little pizza roll. I'm going to shape this out. As such. Just like that. Nice little sized pizza right there. Same thing with this side. Cut around. And we have 2 little pizzas right here. I'll stretch them out. Using your fingers at the corners. You're gonna want to make like a little ridge for the crust. So let's construct this pizza. Taking our marinara sauce, just drop it right in the middle, spread it around. Pizza is very easy to make. It's not that difficult. Got this one too. So, I'm thinking of making 2 kinds of pizzas. I'm going to make a pepperoni and I'm going to make a margarita. So let's lay down our cheese. Here's our Romano cheese. Throw that on both. And our shredded mozzarella. throw some pepperoni on this guy. It's gonna be my pepperoni slice. How's that looking? That looking real nice. And for this guy, I'm gonna slice up some basil. Throw that basil on top of that. Thinly slice some tomatoes. And spread them around like if they were pepperoni. And hit them with some oil. And there you go, there's our two pizzas that are gonna be baked. So let's get that stone out. We're just going to slide our pizzas on the stone. Drop these guys in. Whew, for a good 7 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes. So while it's cooking, we're gonna make some garlic knots. So this is what the garlic's for. We're gonna mince our garlics, the garlic nicely minced. And we're gonna take the scraps from what we used earlier for the pizza. We're gonna make knots out of it. And just make a knot. As so. And we'll toss those into the oven. To make the garlic, we'll just heat up some oil. Drop in your garlic. Hit that with some salt. I'm going to throw a knob of butter inside to thicken it all up. And just wait until it gets nice and toasted. So, let's check on that pizza. Wow, look at that. Knots are looking ready too. Probably a few more minutes with the knots. But that pizza is definitely ready. Look at those babies. Crust, nice, toasted. Let's get ready to eat. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna drop our garlic knots into the garlic and toss them so they get nice and coated with all that garlic goodness. And we're gonna come to the board. Wow, that smells crazy good. Just gonna lay them around. Get a spoon. Get those garlic chips right on top. Hit that for some color. parsley flakes. All around. And to give it a nice authentic look, this is up to you. We have a balsamic glaze. Always goes good with a nice margarita pizza. For the last hurrah. And I think it's time to try this out. Got my pizza slicer. Let's try these pizzas out. Let's try that. A little slice right here. I'm trying both. Look at that. Let's try it. I'm telling you, that sauce. Classic margarita pizza. Really delicious. Why not? Garlic nut. Perfect. Perfectly made. Anyway, for everyone that voted, I give you a thumbs up. This was a great idea. I had fun making it. And press a like, press subscribe. Right there, right? Press like, press subscribe. And I'll see you next time with another home cooked meal.